So Kevin's talking about trying a camping trip down here in July. Last week of July, first week of August. Just because of the... Could you imagine how hot and nasty it would be?
105 degrees and that's all that. Old guy must have something running in the bunch of younger guys.
There you go.
Good now?
Yeah. So we just put in here at the Lynches River State Park. And it's like we're gonna have a good trip. There's been a lot of rain here recently, and there was a lot of rain in the forecast for today, but it doesn't appear that we've got a whole lot of rain. Maybe this afternoon, probably like a thunderstorm or something is all we're gonna have. But I'm still getting set up. The only negative thing I can say about this kayak is that, and it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing, but the cockpit's a little small, and I have bad knees, so it's not the easiest to get in and out of. I'm also playing with my new, well, it ain't new, GPS today to see if I can track the speed, and right now we're moving along at about 4 miles an hour. This is a swampy river. The Lynches River. Lynches River starts in North Carolina, up around Waxhaw, and it goes a short distance, and it's across the state line into North Carolina, or into South Carolina, coming to the section that we were at today, eventually hooking up with the PD River and finishing out in the Atlantic Ocean down south of Myrtle Beach. Now this section today, we paddled 16 miles from the Lynches River County Park down to River Rats Canoe Rentals. This 16 miles had a lot of twists and a lot of turns and some kickbacks and down trees and stuff to navigate. But as you went down the river, you looked to the left or looked to the right. It was hard to tell where the river stopped and the land started because the water would just flow off into the trees. It reminded me of a swamp down around Louisiana. This section of the river wasn't something we're used to. It had very little flow. At times when the river widened up, it was almost like we weren't moving. If we stopped paddling, we stopped going forward. But it was still a pristine, nice looking river. There's lots of wildlife. We've seen some deer and beavers and turtles, and there's not much life on the river. And today we were the only kayakers. We seen 2 other power boats on the river, but there was no other kayakers or anybody else on the river. It was just an all-around good trip. It's going to be the first of many in 2018 for the Wondering Monkey, Monkeying Around, and the Wondering Electrician. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go check out the Wondering Electrician and Wondering Monkey Productions. Those are the 2 other channels that me and Kevin have teamed up and are trying to put together. And that way you don't miss anything that's going to happen this summer, because hopefully we've got lots of trips in the plans. We're working on a lot of stuff to put together. So subscribe so you don't miss anything. Enjoy your trip down the Lynches River and get out there and get your paddles wet. I'm just paddling. Today we on the river with Eric up front there. Eric Torres Kayaking on YouTube. One half of the Wondering Monkey, Kevin the Wondering Electrician.
Like and subscribe.
And Mr. Zach. Of course, Mr. Zach slid over to the far right and he's out the picture frame.
Good Lord. Oh, looks like a swampy yak.
Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me of the Bullhole Run with cypress trees. If the Bullhole Run was in Louisiana.
Hail during the middle of summer.
Oh, you know it is. And see, I wouldn't get in this water.
Oh, hell no.
There ain't much water I won't get in, but I won't get in this.
You end up in every water.
Y'all want to take a break?
That's a good guy right there. I didn't get my feet wet.
I know. So we just took a little break as you hear the cars go by on the Highway 52 bridge. Over the Lynches River. Somebody leave me a comment and tell me why, like the rivers in Florida, and down here in South Carolina, unlike our rivers are either, they look cleaner in North Carolina, but down here the rivers have a brown and at times almost a black look to them. Is it the sulfur? What is it? Leave me a comment and tell me if somebody knows, or give me your opinion. Hey, I take opinions too. Okay, so Pete, I don't know if you can see it, but right there on the front of my other kayak that Zach is paddling today is the black sticker. Is the black sticker you were talking about. So I got it. I'm representing the River Kings. If you're watching this video, go over and check out our other channel, Wondering Monkey. We're putting together videos there about kayak camping on a budget, and how to plan your trip, how to set up your trip, how to get everything you need and get it going and make it happen. And then of course how to do it per se on a budget where you're not refinancing the house to be able to do this. It is getting windy. Might have a storm coming in. It's pretty swampy out here on the old Lynches River. It's not too hard to figure out which way to go. You just kind of follow the flow of the water. But it is kind of swampy. Lots of excellent places that if you were trying to slide up on a bank somewhere and camp, plenty of places to pick.
What are we at now? 11, right?
11.2.
So we're in our last hour and a half.
Let's take a break.
You want one?
Yeah. This is their spot.
That was close.
And I was recording.
That was close. I'm gonna give you that satisfaction.
I was recording.
That full of shame.
So we took another little break on the trip. And we're at almost 11.5 miles in. And they tell us that we've got 16 total. So Eric has done this trip in a Old Town loom. Zach is in an Old Town Dorigo. And then Kevin and myself were both in Wilderness System Tsunamis. We're just under 13 miles. And we're averaging about 3.5 miles an hour. That's kind of where we are. So we should have about 30 or 45 minutes left to paddle, which should put us right at camp about 5:30. And that'd give us basically an hour's worth of daylight to at least get our hammocks and all set up. Coming out really soon, we're going to announce the Get Your Paddles Wet 2018. It's a trip we did last year. And we basically opened it up to anybody that wanted to come. No matter what your experience level, no matter, you know, whether you had a ton of gear, no matter you didn't even have a boat, didn't even have a kayak. It's what we opened it up for. And we had a pretty neat response. Had a pretty decent little turnout. I was impressed for our first, you know, trip. So it wasn't a complete bust. And we are working on plans right now for Get Your Paddles Wet 2018. So stay tuned for that, because here pretty soon we're going to be announcing that. Hopefully we can finish nailing down all the details and you know, kind of put something out there about that. So Get Your Paddles Wet 2018 is coming out, and when we make an announcement on that, we'll probably put something on each of the 3 channels: the Wondering Electrician, Monkeying Around, and then the Wondering Monkey. So that way we don't miss anybody. But if you like one, go check out the other 2 and subscribe to each one of them. And I believe it's starting to rain. So we are fixing to probably get more than just our paddles wet. Kevin's up ahead, and I noticed he just broke out his paddling jacket.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're snapped.
Am I good?
You're hooked. Yeah, it looks like on this side anyway, front and back.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, grab my raincoat out of that hatch.
I think we about to get dumped on, boys. Oh, shoot. I'm glad that thing had a thing. Is this it?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me close that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's really too late to put on a spray skirt. Let's just hit it. Oh, you didn't put a skirt on? No. And I'm soaked in the legs now. He's back here. He's paddling. You lost your hat. Yeah. Your boonie hat? Yeah. Really? So, you lost your hat and a pack of nuts. Get your paddles wet, baby. Get your paddles wet. And your butt crack, and your underwear, and your socks.
What mile marker are we on now?
I don't know, my GPS died. The last I seen, we were almost at 13. We were like 12, 8, 9.
Yeah, I mean, if we probably got like another 30 to 40 minutes to the take.
Yeah.
We got the wind behind us.
Yeah.
Always the funny. Always where stuff happens. I'm gonna tell you what, that wind's a little chilly now.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, dude, it gave us no warning. It was just like poof.
Oh, I know. No, it was sunny. I was back there taking nice shots, nice video and stuff, and I was going back over the time. Back, I got my back. Look. I'm coming over right now. Yeah, I was talking to the camera. I have to be looking around like, I think we might get wet.
Dude, you got it on good.
I told him, my car still feels wet.
Well, probably because it got wet before you could get to it. Woo! Getting a little chilly.
Well, we have made it back to the river rats. Yes, we got a little more than our paddles wet today. But we had a good trip. But we made it back to the river rats. So now, Zach and Eric are going to pack up. They're going to head home. And Kevin and myself are going to set up camp in the rain. It don't matter, just beach there. So stay tuned. The paddling's over for today. Now we're going to set up camp. No, we're just getting started.
So it doesn't matter where you get out.
Perfect.
Oh.
Yeah, that is pretty mushy. Time to set up camp. And the adventure is over. Campsite is cleaned up, back to the way it looked. You never knew we were here. And we're pulling out.
We go.
Leaving the river rats. Outfitters. If you're in South Carolina and you need an outfitter to get you on a river, go see Barry. Super nice guy and actually really knowledgeable about this river and many others. So he can hook you up.
Don't be this girl stuck again.
Why don't you complain a little bit? You think you can?